So at 42 years old, literally packed up everything that I'd worked for close to 20 years. And what's interesting is that basically they could all fit in a truck. As in my assets, the value of my life was fitting in a truck here. In 2021, June, just before I could move out of my active employment, I lost my mom. And suddenly, with my security shaken, going back home sorority suddenly made so much sense. So at 42 years old, literally packed up everything that I'd worked for close to 20 years. And what's interesting is that basically they could all fit in a truck. As in my assets, the value of my life was fitting in a truck here. And all I could show, that I had to show, was household items and a car, and just some small savings, and maybe my NSF, which of course I couldn't have access to, and 12-year-old. My name is Dore Gunyu. I'm the CEO and the founder of the Shea House, a natural cosmetics company that is invested in producing quality, effective cosmetics for the entire family. And our vision is to basically be able to restore confidence to people, to give you back your confidence, that when you're using our products, you're actually getting your confidence back, because the products that we're producing are effective and they're natural and safe for your skin. My journey into starting the Shea House, actually, I think started way back when I was in my teens. I used to watch my mom. She was a lover of cosmetics. She loved oils. So I grew up watching her routine, where she would just lather. Her favorite oils were oil of Olay, and she would just lather these products on her skin, layering one product after another. And by the time she died at 63 years old, she had such perfect, supple skin, and she was my aspiration. I loved cosmetics, and for me it was about, how can I make my skin glow? How do I maintain that youthful look and just be flawless naturally? In 2010, I became a mother, and suddenly so many things about my life changed. I suddenly got a muse in my child, someone that I could try out things, products, and of course I was very passionate about using good products that are safe for my child. And I started off with olive oil, but by the time my daughter was 2 years old, she started getting eczema. And suddenly the things that I was using before, I tried different products and they're not working for her. And one day a friend of mine recommended that I try shea butter. What's interesting is that I'd never actually heard about shea butter, even though I come from the East, where the shea nut tree grows. And yeah, so I looked up shea butter, the benefits of shea butter. I saw that it actually had healing properties, and I started using it for my daughter. But what was also interesting was that actually the shea butter is a natural anti-aging product. And of course, I've always wanted to look younger than my years. So I started using shea butter for both myself and my daughter, and we fell in love with the product. And so I started getting the product and using it and selling it, buying and reselling to my friends. And that's actually where my journey into business started from. Having worked for a development organization, I understood the issue about empowering people to pursue their own sustainable development, which was actually the vision of the organization that I was working with. And that when you give people, it's better to actually teach people to fish than giving them handouts. And so our goal, our vision as a Shea House was actually to be able to partner with households that we're not just buying nuts from them, but we're also able to teach them how to increase their savings, how to grow their savings. Right now, the Shea House works with about 200 households, and these are from the farmers associations. We sign contracts with associations, and we are able to buy off-take their nuts. But also we have a vision of actually being able to train these people, giving them training them on financial skills, but at the same time also being able to give them other inputs like hives, so they can be able to harvest, make the shea nut tree last longer. Because most of the things, the shea nut tree is an endangered species, people are cutting it. And so by partnering with these people, being able to provide them with hives, they're able to harvest honey, so that besides just harvesting the shea nuts once a year, you can actually harvest and sell honey many times in a year. And that is actually core to our vision as an organization, that besides employing people, giving employment to Uganda's youth, we also are giving back to communities and empowering them to actually be able to sustain themselves. That is the vision of the Shea House. And so, but the thing is that the journey, the business journey, has not been an easy one. And I have to tell you that it's not been easy. From 2021 to basically 2023, our business almost came to a standstill. I remember when I just had resigned, I had got a contract from a supplier who wanted us to supply them with 10 tons of butter. And I was very excited about it. I withdrew all the savings that I'd saved up to that time, and I invested it in buying machinery so that we could be able to start processing shea butter. And I knew that we would be able to attract investors who could be able to fund us to be able to supply this butter. And we did. We looked for investors and we failed. And I had to, unfortunately, tell the supplier that we couldn't supply them with the butter. And it really pushed us back, because now suddenly I was stuck with machinery and no capital. And so I had to lay off a lot of stuff. And for the last, for 3 years, I was basically the jack of everything. I was the one who was, I was in charge of production. I had a very lean staff of only 2 staff. I was in charge of production. I was in charge of accounts. I was in charge of marketing. I was basically just a jack of everything. And people who know me know that I actually do not like hustling. I've always loved convenience. I love doing things, and like you're able to see fruits. But one of the things that has kept me going is that each of us has a purpose in life. And when you discover your purpose, it doesn't mean that everything just falls in place, but it just gives you the incentive to stand when all the odds are against you. And so, within that time, I think my biggest challenge was, how do I take care of the child? But besides that, because I was very passionate about developing cosmetics that are effective, that actually work for people, and solving that challenge that many people face about with their skins. Because when your skin should be able to speak for itself, and when your skin speaks for itself, it gives you the confidence that either you can be able to add makeup or do without it, and you're still confident in who you are. And that's been our aspiration as a business. But I learned that I have to just dig in and stand, because I discovered my purpose, and that has been my journey. And so whenever you and today I'm just sharing this because I hope that one day that I'll be able to look back and see where we've come from as a business. And whenever you meet any of our products, when you come across any shelf or any place where they're selling the Shea House products, I want you to know that every time that you purchase any product from the Shea House, you're not just buying a cosmetic for yourself, but you're also nurturing and watering the dreams of so many people, including ourselves, that we want to change the communities that we're working with, and also create employment, and changing everyone's story one product at a time. Thank you so much.